Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. We're going to get the overall energy for this connection first, and then we'll start pulling some tarot. What's the overall energy for this connection? So we do have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. At the bottom of the deck, we do have new love, and then we also have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. With express your love, this is very similar to the Eight of Wands in tarot. So I tend to look at the Eight of Wands and tarot as, communication. It can represent unexpected communication for some of you. It could also represent progress and forward movement. But with that Eight of Wands energy, I'm specifically getting for you, Pisces, it's like a very... yeah, it's just like an energy of something coming at you unexpectedly, which I do feel like it is definitely a new connection that's coming at you unexpectedly. So you're not going to see this connection coming, in other words. And this could definitely mean that right now, love may not be a main focus and a priority. Maybe your career is your main focus / priority right now, or possibly like a goal that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself. But I don't know, there's just something about this connection that's going to catch you off guard. It's like an energy of... yeah, basically, it just feels like the energy of you being caught off guard by a new relationship with someone that you do not have history with, okay? So this could definitely represent somebody that you currently find yourself talking to / getting to know, or somebody that you're going to find yourself talking to / getting to know very soon. But Pisces, let's get into your reading. We're going to focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person's energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. All right, so far we do have the Ace of Wands, but how does Pisces currently view this relationship? Yeah. Something's about to enter your life, and it's going to definitely catch you off guard. I keep getting that. With the Ace of Wands to the Six of Wands, it kind of looks like right now you just want to focus on your career, your success, your growth, and your expansion, which I was definitely getting that. I was specifically getting the Queen of Pentacles, though, for you. Queen of Pentacles can definitely represent somebody who's very focused on their career right now. It could also, represent... somebody who may plan on turning a passion of theirs into a business. So maybe that's what you're currently working on, Pisces, is turning like a passion of yours into a business. That's definitely a possibility. But nonetheless, I see you very focused on your career right now. And I feel like something's going to enter your life, which does feel like love, does feel like a connection that's going to catch you off guard. Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship with Pisces? You could be meeting another Pisces. That's a possibility, possibly a Scorpio, maybe even a Cancer. But we do have the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Cups. Whoever this person is, I don't necessarily feel like you've met them just yet, because I'm not really seeing the connection just yet between you and this person. But because they're showing up in your reading, that's kind of telling me that you're about to meet this person very, very soon. But in regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship with you, this doesn't really have anything to do with you, just like your energy doesn't really have anything to do with them. But right now, I just see this person very focused, on themselves. I am definitely getting a single energy off of this person. But yeah, they're just very focused right now on themselves as well as their future. Okay. How does Pisces feel? Okay, so this is when we start to kind of see the two of you collide into one another. How does Pisces feel? How does Pisces feel? So love is definitely showing up here for you, Pisces. I am definitely getting that. When this connection shows up for you, I do see you being extremely overwhelmed by it. I am definitely getting that. There is a little bit of fear within your energy, which is something that I would love to kind of look into a little bit more. But I am definitely getting that love is showing up for you. You're going to find yourself experiencing mixed emotions about this connection. A part of this connection is going to bring a lot of happiness, a lot of joy and excitement, all that good stuff, right, into your life. But I am definitely getting it is going to bring some fear as well. Nine of Swords represents somebody who's very worried and concerned about something happening in the future. So let's look a little bit more into that. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Okay. We have the King of Swords. We do have the Lovers. And then we also have the King of Wands. I feel like what's going to have you so worried, you know, and concerned when it comes on to this particular person has a lot to do with like a variety of different things. It has a lot to do with you trying to like decipher between whether or not this person means well or not. So that's going to have you a little bit worried and concerned as far as trying to figure out their intentions towards you. You know, it's concerned. I also see you battling, you know, a really big decision. Are you honestly ready for a relationship, or are you not ready for a relationship? Now, when it comes down to like their intentions, you know, towards you, yeah, when it comes down to their intentions towards you, I feel like your biggest worry and concern has a lot to do with you essentially making the wrong decision by investing all of your time and energy and all that you have to give into, you know, somebody who might just be here to hurt you, play you, deceive you, waste your time, you know, things of that nature. So yeah, that's kind of why, you know, you're going to find yourself experiencing, you know, an ounce, I would say, you know, of fear and worry and concern. It has a lot to do with you figuring out their intentions towards you and if they mean well or not, but it also has a lot to do with you experiencing some inner conflict. Am I ready for a relationship or not? Okay, let's jump back over to them. How does this person currently feel? So we have the Ten of Swords. I would say the feeling is essentially mutual. I think that, you know, this relationship for them, it is going to bring a lot of happiness and joy into their life as well. But I do feel like it is going to bring some fear into their life. Let's look at that Ten of Swords energy. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Needless to say, you and this person definitely see a lot of potential with one another. I feel like their biggest worry and concern when it comes down to you has a lot to do with them essentially looking at their relationship with you as like a too good to be true type of situation. For those of you who don't know this, the person who's in the Strength card is the Empress, and the person who sits in the Chariot is the Emperor, making it a true pair situation here between the two of you. So in other words, this person truly does look at you like you're perfect for them. They look at you as somebody who basically possesses everything that they truly want and desire within a person, hence why they will be looking at their relationship with you like it's a too good to be true type of situation. And I think that that's kind of, you know, their biggest worry and concern is, what if this is a too good to be true type of situation? Now, I do see this person, you know, trying their hardest to not get their hopes up just yet when it comes on to you because of this whole too good to be true type of situation. You know, I am definitely getting that. That's the only worry and concern that they have. I mean, nothing more, nothing less, is them looking at you like you're a little too good to be true. Your biggest worry and concern has a lot to do with, you know, what if they're a player? What if they're here to waste my time? What if this? What if that? Well, this person is showing up as an Emperor, which is really nice to see. You know, an Emperor is somebody who doesn't really have time for games, Pisces, just being honest. Like, they don't have time for games. You know, this is somebody who knows what they want and knows what it is that they're looking for within a person. They're at that stage in their life where they're looking to settle down, not play games with absolutely anybody. So when it comes on to your worries and concerns in regards to them, that's not anything that you need to worry about as far as them wasting your time playing games with you. They're too grown for all of that. What else were you worried and concerned about? I think that was the only thing that you were worried and concerned about. And then the only other thing that you would have to kind of figure out, I guess, on your end is whether or not you're ready for a relationship. I think that that's the thing that you should be focusing on the most, not what if they're here to play me? What if they're here to waste my time? Because I'm not getting that they're here for all of that. They're too grown for all of that. I keep wanting to say that about them. So that's the only thing you really need to kind of worry about, Pisces, is figuring out if you're honestly ready for a relationship or not. Don't consume your mental energy with things that you don't need to basically worry about, you know, when it comes down to their intentions towards you, because it looks like this person, you know, does mean well. It looks like this person would like, you know, to see where this relationship goes between the two of you. I mean, they will love nothing more, you know, for you to be the one for them and settle down with you and build towards a life, you know, with you. And even though they're already starting to feel like you might just be the one for them, they still want to, you know, get to know you and, you know, just double check and make sure, you know what I mean? But yeah. What actions will Pisces take towards this person? We're moving forward. All right. Come on. Okay. So we do have the Four of Pentacles. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we do have the King of Pentacles. When I was picking up on your energy, I was specifically getting the Queen of Pentacles for you. Okay. All All right. You come off to me as somebody who actually enjoys being single. Nothing wrong with that, but I am definitely getting that. You do enjoy being single. Like, in other words, your single life, does not suck by any means. It looks very fun and exciting and most importantly peaceful. I am definitely getting that. Yeah, I am definitely getting that. Anyways, in regards to what actions you plan on taking in this person's direction and are moving forward. With the King of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, that's kind of telling me the more you get to know them, the more you find yourself less worried and concerned when it comes down to like their intentions towards you. I think that you're going to discover for yourself that this is somebody who's not here to play games with you or waste your time. So I do see you feeling a little bit more safe and secure with them and not as worried. I mean, we still kind of see you a little guarded, which is kind of telling me you're still slightly worried about, them being here to essentially waste your time, play games with you, things of that nature. But you're wasting your time worrying about these things, Pisces. I cannot emphasize that enough. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. I think that my biggest worry and concern when it comes down to you is that you're spending a lot of time trying to figure out if they mean well, why are they here, what do they want from you? And I understand why, you would be making that, a main focus / priority. I get that. Because here you are developing emotions for this person. You just want to make sure that you're not, developing all these feelings for somebody who's just here to waste your time and play games with you. I understand that. But I feel like even in this energy, right, where you start to get to know this person, you start to realize for yourself, like, okay, like they're not this evil villain like I thought they were, like, which is great. We still see you worried, we still see you worried. We still see you concerned, and I'm kind of worried about that because I feel like things are just going to continue to progress between you and this person. And I feel like by the time it's time, for you to make a decision on whether or not you want to take things a step further with this person, you're going to still find yourself a little bit conflicted because you didn't take time to really figure out, am I honestly ready for this? Do I really want this? I see a part of you wanting to pursue them in a life with them, but then there's that other part of you that's like, I don't know if I want to. And it's because you didn't take the time to really figure out if you're honestly ready for all of this, or not. For you, giving up your singlehood is not going to be an easy thing for you to do because, again, going back to like what I said, your singlehood, it looks very fun, it looks very exciting, but most importantly, peaceful. You know what I mean? So you're not going to, how do I say this? If you do decide to go off and pursue a life with this person, I don't necessarily feel you're going to be too thrilled and or excited to give up your singlehood. And it's not because you want to continue to be like single and free and date a bunch of people or whatever. No, it's not for those reasons. It's because your single life, it's very peaceful. It's very fun. It's very exciting. You don't got to respond to anybody. You don't got to worry about somebody all up in your refrigerator, all up in your space, all up in your bubble. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's going to change if you decide to pursue a life with this person. Yeah, this one over here is going to be all up in your refrigerator, all up in your Kool-Aid, all up in your personal bubble, all up in your space. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a hard time getting rid of your singlehood because you want to continue to date people and do all that stuff. No, like your biggest thing is, this person, being, all up in your personal bubble and how much your life is going to drastically change, now that they're in it, because you're not going to be living, your life, alone anymore. You're going to be living your life with this person, and that's going to be a huge adjustment, for you to make. But you really need to figure it out. You need to really figure out if pursuing them and a relationship with them is something that you want to do or not. What I see the vast majority of you doing is this, because by the time they push for something more out of you in this relationship that they share with you, you're going to be in a indecisive place. A part of you wants to pursue and a part of you doesn't. I feel like the vast majority of you will pursue this person in a relationship with them while still battling the whole, man, am I honestly making the right decision? I don't really know if I'm ready to give up my singlehood. Man, this person's all up in my refrigerator. They're all up in my personal bubble. They're all up in my space. And, I don't know if I made the right decision. So I see the vast majority of you actually going down that route of signing yourself up for something that you don't really know for sure. If you're honestly ready for or not. But I do see you figuring out along the way. So you more than likely will turn around and build a life with this person while still experiencing this inner conflict. And as you're on this journey with them, you might discover, you know what, I don't really want a relationship. I want to go back to being single and free and, you know, just being at peace in my own personal bubble without anybody invading it, you know. Or you might decide that, you know, you made the right decision and you might decide to continue to see this relationship through. You know, that's definitely a possibility. But what actions will this person take towards Pisces or moving forward? Here we go. Okay, let's do this, you guys. So you're going to have to make a decision very, very soon, because I feel like this person's finally making their mind up about you and how they want to proceed forward with you. It looks like this person wants to, you know, proceed forward within this dynamic that they share with you and work towards a committed relationship here between the two of you. The thing is that they don't know if that's what you essentially want with them. Obviously, they're hoping that that's essentially what you want with them. I think this person's going to be extremely devastated if you don't want to build towards a life with them, but that's what they essentially want with you. So you're going to have to decide if that's essentially what you want with them. They don't really know what you're going to say. They don't really know what to anticipate and or expect, honestly, from you, because you could always turn around and tell this person, no, I don't really want a relationship, but you could always turn around and tell them that you do. Either which way, you already know that the ball is in your court. You already know that the choice is entirely up to you. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.